I came here when I was 14 years, in 1977. Joined Form 1, and this is the way I was dressed. Then I was taken to St. Charles Hostel as a dormitory. By that time, there was a lot of monolization. Monolization was, we used to be told, a Form 1 is what? Is there to be seen, not to be heard. At a Form 1 is a resemblance of some animal that looks like a human being, but it's not exactly a human being. Those are the kind of things that we also went through. But the greatest achievement when I was here was to beat Bungoma High School in football. Those were our greatest rivals. We also looked forward. I'll be making a few remarks, but I'm just remembering. It was also very exciting because I was in choir and drama. So as choir, we used to have the privilege of going to church on Wednesdays, and our greatest incentive was to meet Cardinal Otonga girls and in church. And then on Saturday, we would again go in the evening to prepare for Sunday. So we had a lot of opportunities to go out there, interact. And I'm very, very happy to be a member of Kibabi High School. From here, I went to French School, Kamsinga. That time we had A levels. I'm wearing a pair of shorts because O levels were wearing shorts. Only from 5 and 6 would wear a blazer and a trouser. So I went to Kamsinga. Then I was not very serious at what I was doing. So I did not make it to university. And I'm mentioning that because sometimes Winston Churchill said, it is not how many times you fall that matter, but every time you fall, how you are able to stand up and pick yourselves. So I went to French School, Kamsinga. I didn't go to university because there was a cutoff point, but I did not give up. I went to Chesamis High School for 1 year, and the year I went to Chesamis High School, I led in 1983. I was number 1 and joined the University of Nairobi. And I'm emphasizing the University of Nairobi because there were very few universities there. And I did literature, history, and political science. Literature was, of course, my best subject, but because it needed a lot of reading and I didn't want to read so much. So I opted for history and government and dropped literature. But I kept on, how I kept literature in my mainstream, I was an actor. I was in the traveling theater, and I remember we came here when I was in second year to act a book called The Burdens by John Ruganda, and I was Wamala, the main actor in that book. Also, it was a set book, so we were acting in schools. Then I also acted Mapepari wa Venice, the Merchant of Venice. Again, I was the main actor called Antonio. Yeah, Antonio, I was the main actor called Antonio in that book. Then I also acted another book called Betrayal in the City by Francis Imbuga. I was Mulili in that particular book. But then after university, I was employed as a district officer at DO. I served as a DO. After 6 years, I got a scholarship to go to the Netherlands, where I did my master's in public policy and administration. I came back and became a district commissioner in Kajiado, Marakwet, and Moranga. While in Moranga, I was promoted to become the first Secretary of Provincial Administration in charge of the whole administration in office of the President. All PCs and DCs were now under me. Then after that, I became a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Livestock Development. I served in 2012, when it came for elections. I came to Bungoma to try my luck in politics, and courtesy of the people of Bungoma, who I'll forever be grateful, I became the first governor between 2013 to 2017. In 2017, the people told me, P.O. Box Mapera. But God is great, I did not go to Mapera. Instead, God lifted me higher. I became the second Speaker of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. This young man from Kibabi High School, from Kibabi National School. I served for 5 years. By the way, when I was in Netherlands, like you are told, I was the president of the scholars. That was the students' body. You had all students from all over. It's an international university. So I was the president of the scholars. So when I served as speaker, I finished well and came back 2022. And again, the people of Bungoma gave me an opportunity to serve as their governor. That's why I'm talking to you today.